myself and Dino now, we're walking towards a place that, from my point of view, is just totally different. And what it is, we're walking to the best preserved air shelters in Wiltshire. So we're going to go and have a look at these. They were for an air base that was built in 1942, finished use in 1946, but it's one of the few places that you can actually go and see air raid shelters. And we're going to look there at the shelters and see if we can find any World War II troop arborglyphs, in other words carvings on trees, from the American troops that were stationed here. So you up for that, Dean?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Is this all like public land, is it, or we can walk on?
Well, yeah, do you know something? I think it's a public path going through there, so we'll be fine on that one, looking at the map. But it's not a very well known area, and it's just one of those Wiltshire gems that I think we need to have a look at. These old air raid shelters, and there's very few places you can see. You see Dean's just going on the top, looking down the air vent of one and having a shine down in there. We should be able to go inside, Dean, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll walk around here and have a look inside. I think you can imagine that the American troops were using these, and it's quite an incredible thing. So Dean's got the torch, so I'll let Dean go first, I think. I'm equipped with a torch. Let's go down in here. Oh.
Wow.
Let's have a look. Oh. And here we are. This is the air raid shelter. Can you just, that's it, just so I can get an idea of the asset. So there we are, that's the air raid shelter inside. You can see the concrete sectional bits, the obligatory beer cans and a log. Then we come on down here and towards where the air vent was, and you can see that the door would have been a proper doorway on the other end too. And just looking up, you can see that's the air vent out and up to the woodland up there. So if I just go like that, it's almost like a periscope, and you can see round. There we are. So these would have been used, and people would have sought sanctuary in these ones. I thought there was 3 of them, but in total, we were speaking to a group of guys. Dean, how many did they say?
I reckon they were up to 6 or 7.
6 or 7 of them here. So, and they would have housed American and British aircraft personnel, and great big log there as well. So it's totally different, but it's nice to come somewhere like this and actually see an air raid shelter. Forget all the rubbish, but it's just the general thing. I'll just get back in the doorway. If you can just shine your light down there, Dean, we can get a good idea about how big it actually is. So how long do you reckon? 24 foot?
At least that, yeah, at least.
So 24 foot long by...
It's got to be almost 10 foot. If I'm laying flat there, then another few feet, about 10 foot wide.
About 10 feet wide. How thick do you reckon that these are?
I wouldn't even hazard a guess. What I love most, though, it's almost like an upside down boat.
Yeah.
It's an incredible piece of engineering, a bit of design, to take the weight of what's above it.
That's right. And you can see the here, if you come a bit closer, that the steel...
The rebar, yeah.
Yeah, in there, as well as the concrete. No concrete cancer in this, I don't think, Dean.
No racks.
No racks. So there we are.
They made it proper back then.
Quite interesting. So I think we're going to have a wander out of this one now. which we were speaking to some local guys here, and they say this is possibly the best one, but there's several more to see, so we'll go and have a look at those and see how good they are. Do you agree with that, Dean?
I think we should go and have a see if we can find the next one.
Yeah, so I'm going to go out now, leave Dean to take a couple of pictures, I expect, and back up these steps and back into the woodland. Oh!
This is incredible, truly incredible.
And this is the plinth Dean was talking about, which would have had a building on it of sorts, so very interesting. Let's follow on and have a look here. Right, coming up to another air raid shelter, one of the 7, and this one looks a bit smaller, Dean. What do you think?
Definitely feels it.
Shall we have a look inside?
I'm going to go, I've got the torch on.
Let's have a look inside this one. Dean's put the torch on.
That's nice.
And what? Oh. Oh.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, indeed. If you just leave your torch on like that, you can have a wander down, and you get an idea of the size of this, which is truly incredible. There's a dustbin down there on the floor, and the little thing saying "oh," and you can see the vent out there again, and see Dean down there with his torch, and yeah, truly incredible. I'm going to come back down to Dean in a minute. Going to look up there.
You can appreciate just how dark it is down here if you do.
Blimey, turn that light back on. It's too spooky for me. Thank you. I was getting that feeling going on. Yeah, totally different. So we'll another air raid shelter. How many people do you reckon this would have held, Dean?
Easily, you get about. Well, squeeze them into about 70 to 80 easy down here.
So well, 2 of them's 160 then, so we're up to possibly 160 people at the moment. So we'll carry on and have a look, I think, and see what else we can find around the area. Let's get back over here. So, right on the edge of the village. Must be down this way, there must be another one. We'll have a look, I think. Dean, at the moment, early days yet, we've looked at 2 of the shelters. What are your feelings?
The feelings, I think there's more to discover in this site. We've only just really been in the left-hand side as we're looking at it now. But it seems to be there's more structures heading off this way, so I think we should go and try and go down there, see what we can find.
There you go, that's what we're going to do then.
Yeah.
I'm caught in brambles. Hang on, I'll be with you in a minute, Dean. Oh, let's have a little look. You want another one there, Dean?
I certainly am, yeah. Here's the ventilation shaft here.
Blimey. So there's another one here as well. So the American and English people from the base would have come into these. Let's have a climb up here. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean, Dean. So there's another shaft that goes down in there. So there must be an entrance over this way. Ooh. Looks like the entrance here might be a bit. There's a brick wall down there on the floor, so it may have been covered up.
No, we're in luck.
Oh, well, Dean says we're in luck. So I make that 4 we've seen at the moment, Dean.
Yeah, this one's got an unusual feature at the bottom though.
Oh, and this one's got a drain of sorts down the bottom. It's maybe in the toilet block, Dean.
Could be. Interesting.
Should we have a look inside?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Be careful. I want to make sure you get back home again safely. Gosh, these brambles.
Right, there's bats in here.
Ah, you've got to be careful. It's a protected species, bats, so we don't want to. So, okay, shine down. Where's the bats?
He's there. Hanging from the ceiling in the middle.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so and you can see a bat in there. So we're going to leave this one totally alone and leave the bat to carry on. So it's a natural bat roost. So I think we'll come out of this one quietly and leave the bat up to it. Can we just see if I can see him again at the top? There he is. Very rarely you see a bat, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Let's get back out of this one then and carry on our search. And
That's 5 then.
we're up to 5 now. Dino's found another one here. Are you prepared to give it a go, Dino? We'll have a look. So there's another bunker we can see going off along here. And let's get down in this one. See what this one's like. Oh. So
It's a different one, but it's got the same graffiti.
different one. It's a bit cleaner, this one actually. You just hold your light down there a minute and then we'll have a wander, make sure there's no bats, because we don't want to disturb bats if there are. And of course I'm walking in the light of the torch, but getting to the end, and then at the end we'll just go up through the air thing so you can see that's the woods out there. Could have done that with my other camera, but it's just a bit of fun. Then come back down to here. Then got my mate Dean there with his torch, and I shall head back to Dean. And it doesn't feel spooky in here, Dean, does it?
No.
Not at all. Nothing spooky about this area whatsoever. Perfectly nice in every way.
I wish people respected it as much as we do, James.
Yeah, that's right. And there's not a hint of damp in these. That's the incredible thing. You expect them to be damp, wouldn't you? No damp at all, is there?
Beautiful British engineering.
Well, there you are. British engineering at its best. Put up in a hurry and still here since the airbase closed in 1946. Would have been used in 1942, 43, 44 by American troops and by English troops. I say troops, but air-based people. So
I'm just going to look at something. We had a train at the front of the last one, so I'm just going to scrape my poop on here. See? No, solid on that one.
Yeah, so no drain here. So I think that other one, strangely enough, might have been like a toilet block.
I reckon it may well have been.
Or something with water in it, definitely. Or perhaps...
Mind the branches come out?
Oh, well, perhaps a drain was put there, Dino, because it seeps water in and they put a drain at a low level like a sump.
Yeah.
Could be. So back out to here, we'll just look at the outside. Oh. And we've been looking to see if we see any arboglyphs on the beech trees, any carvings, but no. So how many are we up to now, Dean?
5.
5 at the moment.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
So let's carry on down and wrestle with the locals and have a look at that one. I think it might be a local fun gathering spot, but all good fun. So we'll carry on along here. Just been speaking to some local guys and now we're going to go on down into the last of the bunkers. Well, we think it's the last of the bunkers anyway. Oh, Dane, what's this one like, Dino?
It's actually quite good. There's a bat in here.
Well, but I said bunkers, I should say.
There's a bat.
Where?
Just there.
And actually, I don't know if I can very carefully, quietly, I won't disturb it. If you just shine the light up, Dino, keep it up high. It's alright, it'll be alright. And there's a bat in here as well. I don't know if we can just see him. That's it. And he's just over there, so we're going to come straight out of here and leave the bat alone. So these now are starting to turn into bat roofs, which is a good thing. So we'll come out of here now and then we'll get our thoughts together in a minute. So we're just coming away from here now, Dino. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, that was a place I would not know was there again until you told me, and it is just fascinating. These places just off the road up here, and you can go wander in there and just see history that's recent that should be protected.
Brilliant. So there you have it. Another fun time in history we've had today. Yep. And we'll shoot off to somewhere else now and call it a day after that, I think. So we're off.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cheers.